shocking. So up for review today is this Bioshock 2 figure from ThreeZero. Now I got this guy for stupid cheap, and I'll explain that later. It's a pretty stupid reason, but you know, it's a good one to save for later. So this is Subject Delta, and he does come with a little sister. This guy is pretty rare nowadays because not a lot of people jumped on him. He is also pretty expensive, and because of that price range, he is pretty huge. This guy is the biggest, well, not the biggest, but the thickest figure I have. I mean, as you can see from this picture, he's a thick boy, and he's not that heavy. I mean, his skeleton isn't metal. It's kind of like a hard plastic, but he is pretty thick. And he is pretty unwieldy to pose because he has a little, not a little problem, but it gets annoying because most of his joints are kind of ratchety. So you get that clicking thing. But you know what? He looks exactly what he looks like in the game. And he's a great portrayal of a great character. Well, is he a character? I don't know. He doesn't really talk. He doesn't really do anything except kill Splicers. But he does look exactly the way he should look. And that being said, let's not ramble on. Let's take a look at this guy. So here's Subject Delta in all his glory. And as you can see, he is a thick boy, but he's not a heavy boy. So that's a good thing. So you could stick him on a high glass shelf and not worry about the glass shattering or damaging his neighboring figures. First impression is this guy is very impressive, and he does come with a little sister. And this is a deluxe set. Now, the reason why this is deluxe is a very stupid reason. It's because of this. This little thing actually makes it a deluxe. This is the kind of a handmade toy the little sisters make of their big daddies. But this constitutes a deluxe, this small accessory, which is, you know, kind of a cop-out to me, kind of like a wheel, shady thing to do. I mean, you want a deluxe, you should add a little bit more than just a little thing like this that doesn't even articulate or light up. It's just a weird little doll thing. But you know what? I didn't choose to get the deluxe. It was only the deluxe that was on sale. And you know what? I took it because this guy was stupid cheap. And I'll share the reason, I guess, right now, really. Because this guy, the description was, this is damaged. Damaged how? Well, let me take a look. Ugh. As you can see, this little sister has a little damage on her nose, a little nick right there. This nick kind of price dropped this figure set like hundreds of my money. Like, it dropped down like, I mean, 30%. So, you know, that being said, I jumped on it. I was like, that's a no-brainer, get it. So because of that small nick on that little sister, this price dropped to 30%. So I don't know. Maybe this figure was in the store for a long time and nobody wanted to buy it, so it went on sale. But the defect says because of that little sister, they lowered the price. So I'm not gonna complain. I got it. Now the only thing is I need to get the other one, which I'm pretty sure I'm never gonna get, at least for the price I got for this guy. So yeah, that being said, story time over. Overall, this figure is great. This figure is spot on. Let me see if I can rotate him without him collapsing. He has all the necessary details of the figure. I might sound weird right now because I have to stretch my arm really, really far. So as you can see, he's got his oxygen tank, his little Eve, and his little life bar there. I don't know if they light up. They say it does light up, but I haven't put the batteries in because, as you know, I don't like to put batteries in my figures. And then look at his drill. Look at that massive drill. So yeah, this is Subject Delta. If you guys played Bioshock 2, you know the unfortunate history of Subject Delta. Long story short, he was basically a diver that found Rapture, and then he got famous in the city and all that for finding Rapture on his own. But somehow he got captured and turned into a Big Daddy. I don't know the full length of the story. I only know the beginnings of him. He was basically a deep sea diver who found Rapture, and that's about it. That's all I know. So that being said, let's take a look at what he comes with. Little sister, needle, doll, hand, knife, hand. So here are all the accessories this deluxe set comes with. It's not a lot, but seeing how Subject Delta is basically detailed up to max, you don't really need a lot. So I've added in the little sister here because I think she's technically an accessory. So with that being said, let's take a look at her closely. So as you can see, she is a pretty creepy looking girl. If you don't know the lore of Bioshock, basically these girls harvest Eve from dead bodies to produce Adam. And this Adam substance or chemical is something people want because it gives people superpowers basically. And the whole city is basically hunting them to basically kill them and get this special liquid or chemical out of them. So that's why you have Subject Delta and Big Daddies to basically protect them. Now this is a full-fledged figure. It articulates like everywhere, arm, shoulders. It articulates well, but you won't get any dynamic poses out of her. But you know, you can see all the dirt, the grime, and all that on her. I mean, they do crawl through vents to get around the city, so that's why they are dirty like this. And they are orphans. They don't really have parental units to take care of them. They only have the Big Daddies, and they only feed off of Eve. That's their substance. That's the only nourishment they get. So yeah, this is the little sister. This is a good accompaniment to Subject Delta. Moving on, we got her little needle thingies. So this is the needle she uses to get Eve out of dead bodies. So she stick them in, and then they'll basically fill up this little bottle. Now this is basically a baby bottle. As you can see, there's a nipple there, so they basically drink out of this thing. But you know, for something so small, they could detail it very well. I mean, you can see the patina and all that. I mean, the copper, the paint, the rust, you could still see it. Nice. I mean, that's why I like collecting 3A stuff, because they detail small things like this very well. So yeah, this is her little, I want to say hyper needle, but I think that's wrong. So yeah. Next we could take a look at her little exclusive item here, the little doll thing little sisters make. So this is basically a handmade type of doll thing. So this is a baseball head with maybe a kitchen drill, kitchen appliance, or part of a drill. This is rope. And this is a little battery here. So this is something the little sisters make of their Big Daddies. I mean, it's a cool accessory. I like it, but you know, this is so little to make it a deluxe. So, yeah, okay, whatever. And next you got your little sister hands, your little sister hands. Unfortunately, they're not sculpted very well. You can see some little sculpt errors here, but meh. Okay, I'll let it pass. So these are open hands. The ones I have on are more grippy hands. So yeah, these are her little sister hands. Very creepy. I mean, no fingernail detail, but very corpse-like. So yeah, with that being said, let's take a look at Subject Delta stuff. He does come with a knife, apparently. I don't know Why? Because he doesn't have a knife in the game. I mean, his melee weapon is the huge drill that's attached to him. So this is a kind of a weird accessory to have. I mean, if they just sculpted in with the sheath on, I wouldn't complain, but this actually pulls out, so that's pretty impressive. So these are pretty normal for deep sea divers to have. They have these knives that screw in to their suits, their sheaths that's attached to suits. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Dope. And lastly, we have his hands. Look at these meat hands. So you have his subject delta sign over here. His little ribbed fingers. I mean, this is where all his powers come from. If you have electricity, it'll come out from these ports. So just shock him like that. I mean, look at that. This is like serious stuff. You get hit with this hand, you're dead. And you have his little, I guess, relaxed hand. I mean, same detail. It's just more relaxed. This is for his left hand. Now you can detach his drill that's attached to him, but I like to keep it on because, you know, it's cool. Why would you put that away? Then you have his little fist hand. Is the other one a fist? Oh yeah, the other one's a fist too. So you got two fist hands. One's a little sculpted differently, which is cool. Wait. Oh, they didn't paint it. There was no paint applied to here. Shit. Lame. So yeah, little fist hands. So you see one side has his symbol, one side has no symbol. So yeah, this is his accessory. It's not a lot, but you know what? Let's take a look at his drill. Look at this hulking drill thing. Now it comes with that's the peg that pegs into his arm over here. You can see. Can you see? Yeah, a little hair there. So yeah, this is his drill. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is, yeah, it's not that heavy, but it has some weight to it. Look at this thing. You can see all that. Got the gold there. This thing is serious. So yeah, this is his little drill. Not little, but very substantial drill that he whacks splicers with. So yeah, I guess this is an accessory as well. I guess. So this is everything he comes with. So with that being said, let's load him up and see how he looks like. Transition. So here's Subject Delta in all his glory. All kitted out. Well, not really kitted out. All he has is the knife and the drill, really. But you know what? That's all he really needs. I mean, in a perfect world, I would like him to have that minigun or that rivet gun, but that's not gonna happen. So I'm perfectly content with what he has. I mean, look at him. He's detailed up the ass. He's a perfect size. He's very intimidating. I mean, you don't really need any dynamic poses with him. You just have him sitting in the background and he's good to go. He's like a lurking giant. Yeah, he's nothing to complain really about this guy. If I was really nitpicky, I would basically complain about these wires. If you could see these wires, I don't really know where they go. I mean, they're attached to his back, so I just basically wrapped them around these big little circular bits, and there are instruction manuals for this guy, but you know, I don't really read those. I mean, who really reads these instruction manuals, truthfully? He does light up, like I said before, but I don't have the batteries for him, and I don't like putting batteries in figures, especially when they're this old. It's just my little pet peeves, I guess. So yeah, this is Subject Delta. Let's take a look at his little companion. So here's another look at the little sister. As you can see, she's got her little teddy bear, little hyper needle. Her clothes are all tattered, all dirty. I mean, this is a nice addition to this deluxe. I mean, good call for adding her in. wouldn't be complete without a little sister, truthfully. I mean, I wish it was Eleanor though. I wish it was the Subject Delta's main little sister. This is just a generic one. Because Eleanor had a white dress, not this purple dress. The purple dress is the generic little sisters you save in the game. But you know what? I'm not complaining. This is a nice figure to have to accompany Subject Delta. So yeah, this is the little sister. Very creepy, but very cool. So, let's stick these two in the shelf where they could hang out with their buddies. So before we stick these guys in the shelf, let's take one last close-up at these two figures. So you can see there's the weight that helps the diver or Subject Delta sink to the bottom. See a little sister with her doll and a little hyper needle. I mean, this, if you like the BioShock series, this is a must get. Or if you're maybe a fan of steampunk, this does have some steampunk elements in it. I mean, look at that canister. So here's a close-up of the Eve and your life bar, basically. So it feeds into him. I mean, I don't really know what these big daddies look like. I mean, I've seen concept art where they look all grotesque and mutated, closely resembling a super mutant from Fallout. But, you know, Subject Delta resembles more of a human that's been maybe genetically altered. But the other big daddies, like this one, they kind of look like they were extensively modified. So yeah, this is a close-up of these two figures of the BioShock 2 Deluxe Subject Delta and little sister. Close up at his shoey shoes. You see his laces and all that leather. Yeah, you can see there's even a dent on that. These small details that makes this whole figure great. Alright, enough gawking. Let's stick these guys in the shelf. So unfortunately I have to stick Subject Delta in the back here because of space. I'm having a space issue right now. I'm having trouble fitting everybody in now. I got 2 more Hot Toys coming in and I seriously do not know where to put them. I'm maxed out, so I was planning to get another detolf, but a 3rd lockdown happened the other day, so I'm stuck at home yet again. So I stuck the little sister in front here, so she's in full view of everybody, so she's not in the background behind these guys. But yeah, that's about it really. That's my humble review over the BioShock 2 Subject Delta Deluxe. Yeah, so I encourage you guys to get this guy if you find him at a reasonable price. Because ThreeZero do not, well hopefully they do not remake their figures, they reissue them like Hot Toys are doing right now. So they will hold up in value over time, maybe increase in value if you're so inclined into those things. But yeah, that being said, thanks for watching and go get them.